You said the name, you said the word, and I gotta ask because people might not understand. Dexter, Pingree, that rivalry, it's gone now, but that rivalry, coach, one of the best I've ever been a part of.
It was great, right?
Those first 2 years, too. You guys had battles with them.
Yeah.
Talk about Dexter as a rival, coach, because, again, from somebody that was there, that was a strong rivalry.
Yeah, those 5 years that I was there, like every game, those first 4 games were close. And then at the end, they were really good. But those first 4 games were back and forth. We won the first 3, last second plays. The 4th game came down there. We lost by 5 points. They made a 4th and 1 tackle from their 20. We were going in for the win. Yeah, it just, and I loved it too. They were smart enough to schedule it at the end of the year. And I've, after the fact, have talked to Casey. I just talked to him the other day, like multiple times since. We build up these rivals. Like we're telling my kids, they don't respect you. And he's doing this. Like, who do these guys think they are? They're talking crap, you know what I mean? You're better than them. But we always had a relationship that was funny. Although, like he probably hated me because we lost those, and I hated him the last 2 weeks when they were kicking our butt. You know what I mean? I said the same thing, when they finally beat us a year. I'm like, you got us. I hate you. You know what I mean? He laughed. But yeah, it was a rivalry, and you felt it. The players felt it. I mean, that's what made it good. And it was emotional. And what made it really good too is you see a lot of games at the prep school level. They're at boarding schools, right? And you don't get the electricity and energy that you necessarily get. There's day games. They play at 11 or 1. There's kids from all over. You don't get the crowd. But you had 2 day schools. So when we played at Dexter, we played at Pingree, there was tons of people there because everybody was in driving distance, and it was the game you had to go to. As that first couple of years, we started getting people that were outside of the Pingree Dexter families to come, hey, we want to go watch this game. And it was an incredible amount of talent. Division I football players, both sides through the course of the 5 years. It was phenomenal. Great coaching, great programs, committed programs, successful programs, losing 1 game a year type of thing. We played them, I think, up until the last year. I think twice we're undefeated. When we played each other, both were undefeated. And the other 2 times, one of us, only had 1 loss, the other one was undefeated. That's the kind of game it was. And it usually meant bowl game, winning the league and stuff like that. And of course, St. Paul certainly had a hand in that, which was a big rivalry, but it was different. It was different. Dexter was just closer, day school, like we knew a lot of the kids. What I loved is just the intensity and energy to it. For a high school game, it was awesome. Yeah.
I tell people all the time, that 21 game, coach, my heart still races from it. Like I still am getting anxiety from it.
But what's crazy is we had these. The first year we played and we won in overtime, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a great game in terms of it must have been buckets of rain, but monsoon type winds. So nobody can really throw. And if you see the highlight of the game-winning play, where the film was all you see, it's like a haze because it's just rain. So it was 13-6, right? The next year it was 53-51, and then the year after was we had a big lightning storm. So the first half was kind of a grinder, right? And the second half, it just blew up. In the last quarter, we scored 2-3 touchdowns apiece. And then the 4th game was a big scoring first half, and then it came down to the last play. So they're all unique in some way. They always came down to a couple plays here and there, but the intensity was always there. After that first year, because I think Dexter was a good program, but I think they started changing to what they are now. They're. I'm sure there was some sort of internal commitment, but coaching the players they were bringing in, because I think prior to me getting the Pingree, I don't know. They were good, but they weren't great. I think Pingree beat them quite a few times. They were just an okay team. But now they're not. They're very good. So I think that's where both programs took a different turn and were getting more competitive. So it was a perfect rise. So I would definitely miss that. It's going to be weird not coaching against them.